हेलो एंड वेलकम टू क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट। मैं हूं सौम्य कपूर और मेरे साथ है साहिल मल्होत्रा। एंड साहिल, इट्स ग्रेट न्यूज फॉर द इंडियन क्रिकेट फैंस एज वेल एज दिल्ली कैपिटल्स फैंस, क्योंकि रिकी पॉन्टिंग जो उनके हेड कोच है, उन्होंने बोला है कि ऋषभ पंत इज रेडी टू टेक द फील्ड। एज पर हिम, एज पर ऋषभ पंत, वो बहुत रेडी हैं, बहुत तैयार हैं अपनी उस अनफॉर्चुनेट इंसिडेंट के बाद जो दिसंबर 2022 में हुआ था, जहां ही मेट अ कार एक्सीडेंट। उसके बाद ही इज बीन आउट ऑफ एक्शन, लेकिन अब ही इज फिट टू प्ले as per Rishabh Pant himself and Ricky Ponting. What do you make of this?
I think big news. I think it was on the positive side the moment Sourav Ganguly made that statement to the media that Rishabh Pant will certainly feature in the IPL and will lead Delhi Capitals, who are in desperate need of some results going their way after the kind of season they had under David Warner last time around. They were all at sea, let's be honest. Under that new captain, there were short on ideas. तो बहुत confusion हमें देखने को मिला dugout के अंदर. But now with Rishabh coming back, and Cricket Next did mention in a story recently that his ankle and knee engagement are on point. So as far as wicket keeping is concerned, he's on the right track. But still they'll be playing that cautious role, because for a wicket keeper the knee plays a very important role. और वो जो severe injury उसका हुआ, apart from the bruises and the cosmetic injuries, I think the major blow was on the knee. So they wouldn't want to take a lot of chances when it comes to his injured knee. But the way Ricky Ponting is sounding and the way he's kind of oozing out positivity, which is rubbing off from Rishabh Pant, the signs are good, and we hope he ends up playing majority of games, because see, it's not going to be easy for him to kind of just play 14 games on the trot, keep in all 14 games after such a long layoff. And NCA has been very conscious with him. So before he gets that, the card, the clearance card, the return to play card, I think for that he has to tick all the boxes, and NCA will hope that he gets the wicket keeping and batting box too. And as far as I learned a month back, his knee and ankle engagement are on point, wicket keeping drills are in order, he's batting the way they want him to bat. So all things are on the track.
Wicket keeping drills are on point, that I agree. But a match situation and just having a drills, they're poles apart. So do you think DC or the Indian team management also would want them to Rishabh Pant to take that kind of a risk and keep in all 14 games, or even keep in half of the games?
So I think, see, let's be very clear. The moment he gets returned to play card from the NCA, that card is with NCA and the BCCI and the medical team looking at Rishabh Pant. The head of science and sports department, Nitin Patel, is in charge of his recovery protocols. The strength and conditioning coach Ramji, Ramji is the former one. Rajni, the veteran who has kind of helped the likes of Shreyas Iyer, Jasprit Bumrah get back on the path. When these people are involved, so it's not in DC's hand what he's going to do. So they'll get clear directives from the NCA regarding his workload, how much keeping he needs to do, how much his body can take, the workload he can take, the travel load he can take, the fatigue factor has to be kept in mind. So all those things will come from the BCCI and the NCA. DC has no control over it. DC will follow the instructions of the BCCI and NCA. We are talking about the next big thing, and actually the superstar of Indian cricket, who we have dearly missed since the last 12 months now. So DC कुछ भी कहता रहा है इसके अंदर, होगा वही जो BCCI और NCA कहेंगे, क्योंकि एक लड़का 12 महीने से क्रिकेट नहीं खेला है, कंपेटिटिव क्रिकेट नहीं खेला है, मैच सिमुलेशंस और वो जैसे आपने कहा राइटली कहा, तो completely different from a live game. So all those things, it will be controlled by BCCI and NCA, because we want our biggest superstar, of this generation, to be back on the path, because we are in a transition phase when it comes to Test cricket, and we badly want Rishabh Pant back.
And obviously, if he plays the IPL, there would be talks about him playing the T20 World Cup as well. That follows. So that things need to be kept in mind.
Correct.
But if Rishabh Pant is not keeping, you have covered his injury and his accident from the timeline very closely. Can he be the impact player for DC just to be there into the group? Would you suggest personally?
I think.
What would you do if you're there?
Knowing Rishabh and not knowing him personally that well, but having tracked his career from close quarters since his under 16 days, and days at Sonnet under late Mr. Tariq Sinha, one thing is for sure: there's going to be no dearth of intent and effort from his end. So he's not that character who would just go and sit in the dugout and observe proceedings from the outside. He's not going to do that. I clearly remember one game where he scored a 100 against Maharashtra for Delhi in the Ranji Trophy. And that was a bizarre game because बहुत run लगे थे, and Rishabh was keeping for close to 2 days, if not less, or if not more. बहुत
almost 2 days.
उसके बाद वो उतने दिन ही बैटिंग किया. because वो ट्रिपल 100 मारा, मतलब got Delhi very close to that first innings lead जब वो they were chasing a mammoth total against Maharashtra. तो मतलब तभी से एक साइन आ गया था कि वो गिव अप तो नहीं करने वाला. और काउंटलेस टाइम्स हमने देखा है in test cricket, in the IPL, you know, he is not going to give up, and he's not someone who will like observe proceedings from the outside. He would want to get back in the action. Boss, we are talking about a player who was a consistent across formats. Yes, there were ups and downs in his white ball career, T20 ODI side से अंदर बार, but test में तो आपका एकदम मतलब समझो vital cog in the setup था.
True, and we can really sense that right now in the test setup.
Yeah.
Well, we just hope that Rishabh Pant makes a comeback and makes a flying comeback. We just hope he keeps wickets for all the 14 games, plays for DC, then goes on to plays for India in the T20 World Cup. We hope that. But for more updates, you keep following Cricket Next on our social media handles and do subscribe to our channel Cricket Next. Cricket Matlab.
Cricket Next.
Thank you very much.